Well, hey there, happy day 454 of my What's She Up To Now kind of personal journey documentation. I like to hop on every day and hold myself accountable to what I'm doing as I transition from the offline brick and mortar world to the online world of business. And yesterday I was kind of in a slump and feeling not sorry for myself, but just realizing what the heck is going on. Why am I not where I think I should be? Now, it's really interesting because today, I think I mentioned yesterday, I love this book by Wayne Dyer, this little book about success. And today it says, if you're suffering in your life right now, I can guarantee that this condition is tied up with some kind of attachment to how things should be going. Now, isn't that speaking directly to what I was complaining and whining about yesterday? The only reason, and I wasn't suffering, I was just a little bit of a slump and thinking, okay, I should be doing so many different things than I'm doing. Well, the truth is, we only ever are doing exactly what we should be doing when we're doing it. If I was supposed to be doing something else, I would already be doing it, right? So obviously, either I am not ready for that yet, I haven't become the person that's capable of doing that yet. Say I want to do a certain skill, or I want to demonstrate a certain thing, or I want to create a certain event or some goal in my life. I won't achieve that goal or that thing until I am personally ready as a person, until I've developed as the leader or the coach or the person that can make that happen. And that happens, and it doesn't happen because I haven't gotten there yet. I haven't, number one, it's usually a limiting belief that holds us back, or a belief that something should be different. I learned this a while ago, and I had the realization, the aha moment about frustration. I spent a lot of my younger years and not so past history in my Italian food business, for example, being frustrated a lot of the time. And I realized one day that I was feeling frustrated. Nobody else around me was feeling frustrated, but I was feeling frustrated because I had gotten into this habit of thinking that things should be different. Jobs and tasks should have been done faster than they were actually getting done. Now, there's always a reason that a job isn't getting done in a certain amount of time. And maybe this goes back to my college and my training as a quality time and motion study person, where I would look at a job and I'm all about being efficient and effective and getting the job done the best possible way, but in a short, efficient amount of time. And so when people are dilly-dallying or doing things that aren't contributing to the task at hand, I would get frustrated, which is all on me, right? It's all about me feeling frustrated. It's not, and choosing to be frustrated because I was expecting things to be different than they were or that they are. And so I've worked really hard in the last few months in particular, but the last couple of years, to just not ever get frustrated. I've changed my own rules for feeling frustrated. And I think yesterday, maybe I was feeling a little sorry for myself because I was frustrated that I wasn't getting some traction in a certain project that I'm doing. And there's no reason to feel that way. The reason I'm not getting traction in that is because of something I'm doing or something that I'm pushing and making mistakes on. So it's up to me to figure out what is the thing that I'm causing. What is the thing that I'm doing to prevent me from getting the results I want in that area? Nobody else is doing anything to me with respect to this. They might be, but probably not. It's probably on me to figure out what that is. And when I figure out what that is, and so then I got excited about it, I can take frustration now and turn it into excitement, because I can say, all right, this isn't how I want it to be, and I can recognize that. And I can ask myself, I can complain and whine about why it isn't the way I want it to be and it should be different. Or I can say, okay, why the heck isn't this giving me the result I want? Why isn't this working for me? Why can't I do this? Why am I struggling with this? And according to Wayne Dyer, I'm struggling with it because I'm thinking it should be different than it is. And until I look at what is, I am not able to see what needs to change to get it to be what I want it to be. So that was my big lesson today that got me over my slump. And I was over my slump anyway yesterday, pretty early on. I have tricks that help me get out of, if I'm ever feeling anything negative or angry or frustrated or something, I have things that I use now. I don't just feel that way forever. I feel those emotions and those things just like everybody else does, but I choose to get over them faster. And I use strategies and techniques and things that I've learned over the decades to make that happen faster for me. So when I'm feeling frustrated or upset or angry or hurt or disappointed, I will go online and I will look for a meditation, and I will go to YouTube and I will listen to a 5 or 10 or 20 or 30 or 6 hour, if I have to, positive meditation, either music or subliminal messages or information that helps me to feel better. And even if I'm doing other things, well, that's playing in the background. That's one of my tricks and strategies of how I can feel better. It works for me. Might not work for you or for anybody else on the planet. Well, some of these things have 4 million views, so I think that they work for other people too. But I just know that that's something that can help me to feel better and help me let go of whatever nonsense or story I'm telling myself at the time that's causing me to feel sad or frustrated or angry or misunderstood or whatever it might be at the time. And so I encourage you to look for things like that work for you. I was talking with one of my coaching students yesterday, and he struggles with letting go of situations that bother him. And I just encouraged him. I said, go online and research letting go strategies. Now, I have lots of letting go strategies in my own toolbox, but I want him to go find his own and find out what works for him. One of my favorite things is to burn things up. Like if I have a hard time with something, I'll write it on a piece of paper or a Post-it note and I'll burn it up in a candle. I don't necessarily encourage pyromania, but that's something that just works for me. If I have an interaction with somebody that makes me feel bad, I'll write something on a piece of paper and I just burn it up. But I wanted him to go and find what works for him. Just go see what other people do. You know, you don't have to take a big course of somebody's, although I'm sure there's plenty of courses out there selling you on how to let go of past hurts or feelings or emotions or traumas. But it's not about trauma. It's about, and I'm sure there are things in his past that cause him to hang on to these hurt feelings, but then there are in all of ours. But if we find things that help us let go, there's going to be things that trigger us. Things trigger us all the time. It's like yesterday I was triggered into a slump, but I wasn't going to live there for days or weeks or months. I mean, I think I was in a slump for maybe an hour. Then I'm like, nope, I'm going to listen to a meditation. I listened to a 20-minute meditation and I was back to my old self. So find things like that can help you to feel better. Maybe you just go outside for a walk in nature. That's one of my favorites. Maybe you listen to a song or some music that's upbeat and makes you feel better. But the faster you can get out of any kind of a negative feeling or things that are making you feel bad, and we know if things are making us feel bad or not. If it feels bad to us, then it's not the right thing for us. So the faster we can get out of those situations, the better off we are. So what am I working on today? And part of what helps me to get out of things is if I focus on what I'm working on and what I want. I'm doing starting May 1st, an amazing woman named Heather Ann Havenwood. She's actually the Sexy Boss. She's written like 8 books and has them all on Amazon. And she's just this amazing dynamo woman from Austin and lady. And somehow we became friends like 9 years ago on Facebook. And over the years, and mostly since I've come online, we've run into each other and we keep running into each other. Now we're in some groups together. And she was on my women's summit earlier this year. And we were chatting and she called me up, about a little over a month and a half ago and said, hey, I want to do this. Do you want to do a challenge with me? Or do you want to do something with me on this? I said, well, let's do a challenge. And so we decided we were going to do a live video challenge together. And so starting May 1st, I'm doing YouTube, how to do YouTube lives every day. And she is doing the new LinkedIn live. She's applied for that. And so she's going to do it on LinkedIn. And so we are going to double whammy and help people to learn both of those platforms and really get successful to be the influencer they want to be in a 90-day challenge. Excuse me, still got this cold and cough. Luckily, my throat's a little back, so I can talk. So we're doing this 90-day challenge. Now I forgot my point of the story. Oh, so I hopped into working on that yesterday and I've done the funnel. We've got that out. We're doing that. We're starting to promote it and share it with other people because we kind of didn't share it yet. So we just started sharing it. I started yesterday. I think she started yesterday too, just sharing it softly because we're looking for a specific person. And we are both targeting women these days. But men, I guarantee men would get a lot out of this too. I mean, it's not just for women. Anybody that wants to be an influencer in their field or in their industry and they want to do it fast in months instead of years, we're doing this 90-day challenge. Is it a commitment? Yeah, it's a commitment to say, I'm going to do something for 90 days. It just depends how bad you want it. If you want to be the influencer in your field, it's a no-brainer to say, yep, I'm going to do 90 days. I'm going to do this 90-day challenge. And we made it so that it's free for people. We're actually charging $97, but if you do it you actually do the challenge, you get your money back. I'm personally going to give people their money back because it's not about the money. It's about making the commitment to yourself that you're going to do this and then see what a massive impact and difference it makes in your life. Because I guarantee it'll make a difference in anybody's life who does it. So I got excited about that and about that project and about the other things I'm doing now that my voice is back. And I think that's part of the slump is I went 6 days without a voice, and that's very hard for some of us. I'm already visually challenged, so not having a voice knocked 2 of my senses out, and that just threw me for a loop, I guess, a little bit. And I needed to battle that and just let go of it and say, okay, I'm done with that. My voice is back. I got this. So I'm working on that. And then all my other projects too, and my coaching students and my granddaughter and all the fun things that make my life exciting and worthwhile. That's it. That's my message today. I'm okay again. It didn't last long. We all get in slumps. We all have up and down periods. Our life is not a straight line rocket ship to what it is that we want. It is a test of seeing if we're serious about what we want. So be serious about what you want, commit to it, and then go for it. And see how much less you have those slump and those down days. I know I have a lot less slump and down days than I did even back when I was running my brick and mortar businesses. So that's awesome, right? All right, go out, have a fantastic day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye. Take care.